Today, we'll be looking at the main reason why there is no functional seaport in eastern part of Nigeria. And for us to really understand this topic, we are going to look at an article published in the Nation newspaper of 7 July 2019 by one Ibrahim Yusuf. And the title is Why NPA Cancelled 50 Billion Calabar Seaport Dredging. And I am going to read some extracts from that newspaper report. And I start. Fresh insight has emerged as to why the planned dredging of the Calabar Seaport project was aborted. Independent investigations by the Nation newspaper revealed that the decision to stop the project was not unconnected with rising inflation, which affected the cost component of the project. Besides, the unviability of the Calabar Seaport may have also made it an unwise decision to continue with the project. Shedding more light on the development, the Managing Director of the Nigerian Port Authority, NPA, Ms. Hadiza Bala Usman, lamented that she had no qualms, no worries, no fears, no reluctance, and no concerns at all with cancelling the project because of what she described as inexplicit cost. Did you hear that? She says inexplicit cost. And how much is this cost? 50 billion naira. Recall recently that 100 billion, a whooping 100 billion, was given by Buhari to Macban, Mayeti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, given to them free of charge. But the same person, the same government, cannot afford 50 billion naira to dredge Calabar Seaport. 50% of what he gave to Mayeti Allah. They cannot afford it because it's too high. And they said because Calabar Seaport is unviable. What do they mean by that? What study did they conduct to show that it is unviable? It is on record that the former governor of Lagos State cried out to the federal government begging for them to open up other seaports in the country because of the gridlock in Lagos Seaport. How much more do you want me to say? That the seaport here will be unviable and all of us keep quiet? Let me tell you, if you come from this part of the country, if you come from southeast and south and you still keep quiet on this particular issue, my dear, it's like digging own grave. Why should it be that seaport in this part of Nigeria is unviable and is expensive, and the same person that is saying this will spend billions of our money opening radio stations for Fulani herdsmen all over Africa? And we think that it is normal? My brother, my sister, it is not normal. We need to come out of our shelf. We need to speak out. And let me actually tell you, who is this Hadiza Bala Usman? For those who don't know, she is a lead activist, an APC politician. Do you remember the Bring Back Our Girls? She was a lead activist, and our own Obi Ezekwesili followed her. But when it was time to share the spoils of war, she was appointed the Managing Director of NPA on 11th July 2016, while Obi had nothing. the managing director of Seaport in the south. This seaport is not in Katsina. It's not in Sahara Desert. It's not in Kano. It's not in Sokoto, but in the south. And that is the same person they sent to come and destroy every seaport project in the whole of Southeast and South-South. Why will this be? And why should we keep quiet when this thing is happening? They have now said because it is high cost or it's unviable. That is bullshit. The main reason why they are not allowing Seaport to prosper here is because they are afraid. They are afraid because they think that people here will bring ammunition through the seaport. They are afraid because they said they believe or they think or they fear that we will use the seaport to bring in ammunition. If since 1960 we have not used our seaport to bring in ammunition, is it now that we are going to use the seaport to bring in ammunition? Why are they afraid? If their hands are clean, why are they afraid? They should come out to tell us. And the second one is that they want to cripple our economy. So that if I want to import something, I will have to travel all the way from here to Lagos. If I want to export something, I will have to travel all the way from here to Lagos and go and struggle. When we have places here that we can develop a world-class seaport that can take all the cargo from here and prosper us. And for your information, the world economy, 60% of the world economy moves by seaport. It moves by sea. When you have a seaport, it is like a cash cow. You have a major economy breakthrough. Singapore had nothing. They relied on seaports before they developed the economy into a first world country. So right from the time that this civil war happened in 1967 to 1970, even though Gowon declared no victor, no vanquish, it was not the truth. He did not say it with true conviction. To them, there was a victor and there was a vanquish. The Fulani was the victor, and those that lost were the Igbos and the entire South. If you don't believe me, let us look at what has been happening since that time. And let us look at something that people can easily verify, which are appointments into key positions in this country, particularly in the military, in the police, and also in key ministries of the Federation. You discover that the Igbo man and the South are not there. Gowon ruled this country from 1966 to 1975. You cannot see any traces of anybody in this part of the country that is appointed into key position in his government. If there was, somebody should show me. The same thing happened when General Murtala Mohammed took over from 1975 to 1976. It was not different when Shehu Shagari took over from 1979 to 1983. Then General Muhammad Buhari, that is ruling us today, took over in 1983 and 1985. We were deprived of position, we were deprived of victories, we were deprived of development. Then General IBB, Ibrahim Babangida, took over in 1985 to 1993. There was no change. Sani Abacha came 1993 to 1998. There was no change. General Abdul Abubakar Salami came 1998 to 1999. There was no change. President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua came 2007 to 2010, and there was no change. Now President Muhammadu Buhari has come again. For those who believe in him, let us look at the scorecards of the important positions in his government, and let's see whether you have anybody from the South, anybody from the southeast, even in the middle belt and western part of Nigeria. And let me point this out. You from the southwest, the Yorubas, don't think that these people love you. Even though they gave one of your man 3 portfolio, they don't love you. They are deceiving you so that you will join them. And if you are not careful, they will come and wipe you out before they can enter the eastern part of the country. And today you have already seen the signs. Better come out of it and join us. Come out of it and join the middle belt. Come out of it and join the entire east. And let us free ourselves from the demon that has befell us. Let us quickly look at the scorecard of the key positions in government of Buhari that started from 2015. The Chief of Army Staff, a Fulani. The Inspector General of Police, a Fulani. The Minister of Defense, a Fulani. The Minister of Finance, a Fulani. The Minister of Internal Affairs, a Fulani. The National Security Advisor, a Fulani. The DG, Department of State Security Service, a Fulani. And this particular one is pathetic because I remember when the most qualified person from Bayelsa State by name Matthew was put there, Buhari returned from his sickbed to remove the Bayelsa man and put a Fulani there. The Chief of Staff to the President, a Fulani. The CSO to the President, a Fulani. The Protocol to the President, a Fulani. The Private Secretary to Buhari, a Fulani. The DG Custom, a Fulani. The DG EFCC, a Fulani. The DG Nigerian Prisons, a Fulani. The DG Immigration Services, a Fulani. The Minister of Petroleum Resources, a Fulani. The Minister of Federal Capital Territory, a Fulani. The National Assembly and the Senate, Northern Fulani. The Head of Judiciary and Chief Justice of Nigeria, Northern Fulani. We need to remember that not so soon, Justice Onogen was removed under a flimsy excuse. They lied so that they can remove him. And all of us said that it is okay. The head Federal Court of Appeal is a Fulani. Having seen all this, what else do you want me to tell you? What else do you want to see? What else do you want to know? Why must we continue in this bondage forever? The time is ripe. Come out. Come out. Come out and say something. And let us free ourselves from this thing that has bedeviled us since 1960. We are not Nigerians. Middle belt, southwest, southeast, south-south. Let us come together and form our own nation. That is the least thing we can do for ourselves. Let us begin to develop our own economy, our own education, our own systems that work. How could we be in a place, in a country, and we are slaves in our own nation? And we are happy? If you think time is not right for us to go, when else do you want us to go? As you hear me well. Let us break out of this country because we are not Nigeria. Thank you.